This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kelly, zone left, Kelly. Hurry up, hurry up.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
4 down, check, 4 down. Zone.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. 58. Here we go.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And his first look is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a carry for Pirine. Fights him off. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Steps away to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
15.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Pirine. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there. But now they're set up. Golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. 2nd and goal from the 1. for it with Hyde. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Carlos Hyde punching it in from a yard away. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This is McCaffrey on the give. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Zoom. Jumbo! Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pirine. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
15.
Out of the gun, Smith. Forced out to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they weren't successful.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Zoom. Set it up. Green 18.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go, come on.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Zoom. Inside.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They start on the ground with P-Ryan. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, back up.
From the gun, here's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trying to get it to Clay that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Rodgers. And a little floater there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. Got it, touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, 65 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Packers get set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. That'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Rodgers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Zone.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap for Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Smith now looking to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Rodgers. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The drive starts with a handoff to P-Ryan. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Liz.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. On first down, it's Smith. He hits his running back, Procise. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Hey, let's roll.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bowls him over. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
From the red zone now, Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, Bulls right over him. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Clay, the intended receiver.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. It's Pirine to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Redskins. Dean leads to a touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
I'll go over here.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Oh, now he bowls him over. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Now they can't bring him down. And he comes back with one complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Now the backup Kaiser to throw. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the red zone now, Kaiser looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Clay that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Zoom. Hey, check 26.
And again, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a score closer. The extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. He finds Roberts, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A toss play. Here's Pirine. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. And they'll run it here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Blue 58.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. This complete to the tight end Clay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 29 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll go on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run again with Pirine. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, here's Pirine. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I said 980.
47 for Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
you